Hello and welcome. This is episode 5, and today, as you can tell by the title, we're going to talk about healing in ZvZs. This is the role I've played the most out of any, so I hope I can make this topic justice and perhaps other will find this video useful. I'm going to start off by talking about healing in general a little bit, cover positioning, then go over the different healing options for ZvZs and show the builds, at least at the time of me making this video. After that, we will go in depth about the different healing roles within a Zerg, which I think is frequently ignored but is really important. And then, as always, we'll finish the video with a clip review where I will analyze ZvZ footage and give some more clear-cut examples of what we talked about. So first, let's talk about healing in general. Your job is to keep you and your allies healthy while simultaneously staying out of danger. You might think that this is really hard, especially in a setting where there's so many people and there's so much stuff going on and everyone is lagging, but it's not actually that difficult. Let's take a look at a typical ZvZ. Here we have a situation where the enemies are counter-engaging. Please take a look at the positioning of our healers here relative to our DPS. This is a really good example of you want to be close enough to heal, but far away enough so you don't get hit. As you see, we're here just outside the range of that Camlin, which is cutting it really close, but that's good positioning right there. Now, this is the type of play style we want to adopt as a healer. You want to always be just close enough to be able to heal, but stay safe at the same time. Now, let me quickly mention the top 3 things that newbie healers mess up. Number 1 is go way too deep when an engage is called. As you saw in that previous clip, it is very common for enemies to counter-engage and try to kill your DPS when your Zerg runs in. My biggest pet peeve is when the shot caller is calling for an engage and the healers use their boots and run in as if they were DPS players. You don't have to go that deep as a healer. Instead, you want to position in such a way that you are just in range to drop on your DPS from your Zerg, if that makes sense. Or your frontline, but more on that later. Number 2 is randomly use your E. I've seen so many times where there's nothing going on and I'll see a fallen panic use their E when there's only like 2 tanks or half health. Please don't waste the E that could single-handedly save an allied clump. Hold it for when it's needed, for when enemies are engaging. And that leads me to number 3, which is they don't use their Qs or Ws. Instead of dropping random E when nothing is going on, just use your Qs and Ws. If you see someone low next to you, please Q them. It's as simple as that. I see a lot of times people playing healer and just sitting back, playing safe, and just throwing E's and walking out without using their Qs and Ws. Trust me when I say, as a healer main, that this is the role I've played the most, and you have such a big healing output with your Qs and Ws that people just overlook frequently because they're too busy looking at the fight, what's going on. Maybe they're panicking, they're too worried about their positioning or whatever, but you have to make sure you're using your Qs and Ws, top off the tanks, top off DPS who's nearby. Just use your Qs and Ws. You don't need to use your E randomly, especially in a situation when there's nothing going on. If the enemy just engaged on you, they don't have cooldowns for another at least 20 seconds, closer to 30, but at least 20 seconds. You can just relax, use your Q, use your W, and just top people off. You don't need to waste important resets. In terms of mechanics, healing is very easy. The only thing you have to worry about as a holy healer is that your holy orb does not get body blocked, which is easier said than done, of course, depending on what type of skill of fight you have going on, unfortunately, but sometimes you can try to find a nice angle to throw your orb at and try to hit a clump. For nature, make sure you use your breeze when at 3 stacks. The easiest way to do this is to always keep yourself at 2 stacks or 1 stack, and whenever you feel the engage is coming, or if people just need to top off, you can use your Q on yourself and then W instantly, and you will make everyone near you get 3 stacks as well. I highly recommend ordering the party list with tanks, healers, supports, and DPS separately. This will make it easier to see where in your Zerg people need heals, or for being topped off, or if you're just trying to find a specific person that's low HP and they're in your party, you can just look at that. It's just a nice thing to have in general, no matter which role you have. So you can see easier what's missing from the party if some people die. You can instantly see, oh, all the tanks are dead. And you can see it very quickly if you have the party list in order. So I highly recommend that no matter what role you're playing. I know this role isn't that fun to play compared to others, but this is a crucial role, and if you don't do it properly, it really hurts the Zerg. Now, good healers are hard to come by. It is a battle of positioning, basically. There's no difficult combo to pull off, as if you're playing DPS. For example, what if you're playing Bridled or something, or you don't have to worry about where to drop your damage in a sense, because DPS you can't really quite see because you're going uh, after the tanks are going in slightly, so it's kind of hard to tell exactly where to drop. But as a healer, you should know basically where to drop because you will always be able to see your Zerg getting fucked, basically. So it's very simple, but the most important thing is positioning, and that requires having some experience of ZvZ. Hopefully, this video will at the very least aid you in that regard a little bit. You don't want to be too far forward, but at the same time, you don't want to be too far back either. You need to find the perfect mix. I will cover that later in the video analysis part, and we'll also cover the Zerg composition in just a moment. But first, let's cover the builds. So we got the Fallen from the Holy Tree, and we got Wild and Blight from the Nature Tree. As of the time of me recording this, these three are the most common and the best healing options for ZvZs. We got the Fallen Staff, really solid E that heals up to 10 people, an extra bonus of a cleanse on top, which some people don't know about, that it actually cleanses. Not much to say though, Fallen is a staple healing option for ZvZs and will probably remain that way for a long time. Next we got the Wild Staff, very solid heals, big AoE, but it's over time. So while it's a good option to top your group off, it's not very good when you need the burst heals. When it's really strong though is when you combine this and one or two Fallen resets on a clump. You have drop the Fallens and then the Wild E and the Nature Ticks. Try to keep the HP going up and then topping people off in between the Fallens. It's really big heals, but you need to combine it with the holy heals also. Next is Blightstaff, heals up to 10 people as well. Now, you have to put yourself at risk to heal people, which is why I only think it's viable as a backline healer. But it is a very strong backline healer option, that's for sure. But more on that in just a moment. And lastly, just a quick honorable mention to Rampant Staff, which is basically a rectangle shape wild staff, but it relies on a lot of people being inside of it for it to be worth it. Either way, it used to be meta. It is not meta right now, but with a small buff, perhaps I can see it making a return. So be on the lookout for that. All right, now on to the interesting stuff, the healing composition. If you recall the previous video about supports, I mentioned that you usually have Locus players assigned different roles, like offensive Locus and defensive Locus, for example. There's more to say about that specifically, but just generally you have different locuses assigned to different specific role. The thing about healers, and as I said earlier, is that I very rarely see this mentioned, but I think it's very important. Healers also need to coordinate their heals in a way. You can't just have 4 wild staffs, you can't just have 4 blight staffs, for example. In order to understand how many and which kinds of healers you want, it's important to talk about the whole party composition in general, and I think this video is a good time to go over that as a follow-up to the support and tank videos, because let's face it, healing is pretty brain dead, so we have time to provide some deeper insight into why we made the choices we made with regards to the composition. So generally in a 20-man party, you have like 5 tanks, 4 to 5 healers, 2 to 4 supports, which of at least one of should be Locus, and rest is DPS, which of the majority is ranged. Basically, now obviously there's some nuances here. Depending on what type of content you're doing, you might adjust this comp a little bit, and you will have different type of tanks depending on if you're doing castles or open world. So for example, Hand of Justice, you wouldn't really bring that to a castle fight. You'll have less groves obviously, but you'll have more camlins and more soul scythe, and you wouldn't have as many melee DPS, obviously, like almost no melee DPS for a castle, while if it's an open world fight, you would have more melee DPS. Once again, this is not set in stone, and in most ZvZs, you won't be able to have this sort of coordination in terms of putting the parties together. You might have 2 parties, let's say, and the first party is 4 tanks, 4 healers, 2 Locus, and 10 DPS. And then the second party could just be a tank healer and an occult. You know what I mean? So it's not set in stone, but if we're just looking at a vacuum at a 20-man party, then this is pretty accurate, but the general idea is that you want the ratio of healers, tanks, supports, and DPS to remain roughly the same. So if you're 30 people, then 3 healers is not enough. 4 healers is not enough either. You need at least 5 or 6. And once again, as I mentioned, say you're doing castles, then you don't really want any melee, so the comp really varies. So the party composition will never really be exact, it's just a guideline to follow, and you want to try to make your party as close as possible to that ideal comp, so to speak. Okay, so we mentioned 4 to 5 healers in a party. How exactly do those healers do their job within that, let's just say, 20-man party in a vacuum for now? What I do is I recommend 1 to 2 experienced frontline healers on either Fallen or Wild. Your job is to top off your tanks and drop a reset at your frontline to ensure your tanks and melees can get out safely. And then I recommend 3 backline healers. And as a backline healer, your job is to be flexible and sit just close enough to be able to drop resets wherever needed, but always try to be in a safe spot so you yourself don't get caught if the enemy engages. And then you need to be quick to drop your reset on friendly clumps. As a backline healer, basically as soon as you see a Camlin E, you should throw your reset on that Camlin, basically. I can't tell you how satisfying it is to save an allied clump because your Fallen E hit right in between those Mistpiercer shots. Of course, your supports should be there helping with Locust and Manic, Demon Armor, Judy Armors, and your tanks will obviously peel as well, whatever it is, but the heals need to be there as well. So, as I have the most experience with Fallen, I can tell you that the healing power you have is insane. You can drop your E on a friendly clump. As soon as the damage starts coming in, you can QWQ on someone, and you have a very big impact that way. And for sure, after that, keep using your Q, top people off. But you should always be looking out for the enemy to engage. Now, hopefully, your shot caller is kind enough to be calling this type of stuff, like to give you time to react, like saying, okay, the enemy is engaging now. We'll usually say, enemy is engaging here, get ready to use defensives or something like that. Now, the ideal comp that I would recommend is 2 frontline healers, 1 on Wild and 1 on Fallen. Hopefully, these 2 frontline healers will be more experienced. They can play more closer towards the front. Hopefully, if the terrain allows for it, try to get a unique angle where you still can stay out of danger. And then 2 or 3 backline healers on Fallens. One of these could be Blight as well. Basically, you just stay far enough back so you never get hit by the enemy DPS, by the enemy tanks. You never want to get hit by the enemy. You want to stay just close enough to be able to save your range DPS, especially if you're engaging, but you don't want to be hit by the enemy engages. You want to be back enough. The frontline healers will obviously be in danger, so you will save those, you'll save your DPS. The frontline healers will be more responsible towards healing the frontline and trying to get people out, especially if you're fighting around chokes. So you want to keep a good formation with all the healers separated and not too close to each other. This is in order to ensure that if one of the groups gets engaged on, the others can easily help. If all the healers get caught in an engage, you are basically screwed, so try to avoid that from ever happening by ensuring your positioning is on point and you're not walking on top of other healers. Obviously, depending on the terrain, this is sometimes easier said than done. But basically, spread out, take different angles if possible, drop that wild E on the choke as your tanks are trying to come back, or whatever the situation is you find yourself in. Now, in general, most Zergs are kind of disorganized, so this type of formation where healers are on point and have proper spots which they hold is rarely seen. But even then, this type of overview is really useful. The key point to take away is to play back, find unique angles where you can reach your allies without exposing yourself to danger. Your DPS and tanks rely on you and trust you to help them get out safely, so don't abuse their trust. A Zerg is only strong where all the pieces of the puzzle synergize and work together as one unit. And this applies to everyone, but in this video we're obviously focusing on healers. So the best way, to be honest, is just to watch some clips of people pressing their E on clumps. So let's do that. Let's look at some positioning here let's go into the clip review.
South. Don't go past the choke though. Don't go past the choke though. Just kill everyone in the choke. Kill everybody in the choke. There's a big clump right here. Big clump in the choke. Big clump in the choke. Big clump in the choke. There we go. Nice, good damage. Nice damage. Good energy shape. Good energy shape, okay? Keep on Q's and W's. Pop your this. Pop your this. They need heal. Dicky needs heal. Q's and W's. South. Don't go past the choke though. Don't go past the choke though. Just kill everyone in the choke. Kill everybody in the choke. There's a big clump right here. Big clump in the choke. cover the choke, big cover the choke. There we go. Nice, good damage. Nice damage. Good energy. Q's and W's. Poppy uses this. They need heal. Deacon needs heal. Q's and W's. You want to go outside? Let's engage east. I'm gonna. Okay, we're gonna everybody engage east in 3, 2, 1. Everybody engage east. You gotta go a little bit deep. Okay, you gotta go a little bit deep. Drop over there. Take up the space. Up the space, okay? Make sure you don't let it cut. Drop the damage, okay? Hold. Make sure you have your defenses ready. All right, now we're gonna back out west a little bit. Okay, kind of come to the north corner. A little bit. Okay, now actually walk east. Do blast. Walk north side, do blast if you can. Right, try to stop him. Okay. We're gonna walk north. We're up the hill. We're engaged. Okay, just keep on walking northwest. Walk into them. Okay, they're gonna re-engage them soon. We're gonna re-engage soon. All right. Stay inside zone out. Use the defensive. Okay. What? Q's and W's. Walk in northwest. Keep on walking in northwest. Okay. We should have cooldowns in like 5 seconds. Q's and W's as you walk. All right. Keep on walking northwest. Okay. We should pick up.
We're getting bumped from behind.
Keep on going northwest. Go north. Keep on going northeast. Keep on going northwest. Okay. Walk through this choke. Keep on going. Okay. All right. Don't use your EZ. Okay. Don't use your EZ. Keep on. Now we're walking west. Now we're walking southwest. Okay. We're walking southwest. All right. Just keep on hitting the people. Hey, we need to turn. We gotta turn on them. They're right behind us. If we can turn.
It's a good choke on ping.
Let's turn. Turn northeast. 3, 2, 1. Northeast. Turn right now. Northeast. Okay. Now we're gonna pull back. We can pull back northwest. Drop the damage. We're gonna pull back west. Keep on walking west. Yeah, I see it. Go southwest. There's another choke point southwest. We're gonna turn that choke point southwest. Okay. Come southwest to me. I'm pinging where I'm at. We're walking southwest. Okay. They're engaging from the east, right? Pop your defenses, okay? Yo, we should turn now. I'm ready. Okay, we're gonna go northeast in 3, 2, 1. Everybody go east, northeast. Northeast. Drop the damage, okay? Now we're gonna pull back southwest.
Just chill. Hold again. We're gonna engage. Wait. The DPS are pushing on the west here. If you see, wait. Not yet. No. It's fine. Wait. They top off. Okay. Wait. That's fine. Just pop night helmets and don't get clumped by it. Okay. Wait. Q's and W's on the shitters. Okay, there's just one guy there behind us. Yeah. Wait. They're kind of spread. Okay, go southeast, guys. Go southeast a little bit. Please. Go southeast a little bit. Let them come closer. Yeah. Wait. We're gonna engage northwest. 3, 2, 1. No. West here. West on this camp right here. On this camp. Drop on this. Behind the rock. West of the rock. Drop on this. Nice. Nice. Okay. Careful. I'm dropping demon armor here. Just chilling. Just engage this. Night helmets on that. Yo, we need help. We're people here. Okay. Nice Judy. Alright. 10 seconds for cooldown. We're kind of just running them over here. And that's it for a clip review. Honestly, I'd just be repeating the same thing over and over again, but basically that's all there is to healing in these large scale fights. Don't waste your E, use your Q's and W's, don't overextend, and pop your Chrolic Robe or rest spot if you find yourself in a bad spot. That's it for this video. I hope it was useful and perhaps you learned something. In the next video, we'll go over the DPS role finally, which is actually the role I have the least experience in. So I'll be asking my experienced DPS friends for help to make sure the video is accurate and informative. Either way, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe for more Albion online content, and I'll see you next time.